Hello there, Counselor Steve here again. Once again, we're coming here talking about our annual theme of God's in control. I'm going to look at it a little differently this month. I'm going to start off reading a couple passages. You've probably heard them before from the book of Ecclesiastes. There's a time for everything and a season for every activity under the heavens. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to tear down and a time to build. A time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. There's a lot of contrasts there. You kind of think that one's positive, one's negative. But if you go through that whole passage, you notice that the writer doesn't put the positive first and then the negative all the time, or the negative first and then the positive all the time. It's a mix and a match. That sometimes he looks at the positives first, sometimes the negatives first. But through it all, I think we need to realize God's in control. Over the past few months and over this cadet season, we've talked about God's in control. And we often think of how God's in control through the tough times. We've talked about how God's in control when we see what's going on in Ukraine. We talk about how God's in control when we're going through our own personal difficulties. But this month, I want you to remember God's in control of the good times. Over the last couple of months, I've got to experience a number of those good times, and I need to realize that, yes, God's in control, and that's why I get to experience those too. I've experienced the birth of a granddaughter. I've experienced the power of Niagara Falls and a vacation with my wife there. I've had the blessing of being able to travel and speak with cadet leaders across Canada and the U.S. again. And all of these things are exciting for me, and they're all reminders that God is in control of all of these things. This month, I just want to leave you with the words, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." God's in control. He made this day. He made yesterday. He'll make tomorrow. And for that, we are thankful. Until next month, this is Counselor Steve.